Hey guys, I'm in the greenhouse, so I'm gonna take this sweater shawl off me. Oh yeah, okay. One long sleeve shirt is plenty in the greenhouse. It is a bit toasty in here, which is why I'm in here, because this morning was cold. It was so chilly. So I just came in the greenhouse on my lunch break for a second. I just wanted to talk to you guys. I just wanted to have like a minute to chat while I look at all these green things and mess with these pots down here and just check on things. Something like came to my mind, and while I was shopping earlier, things, you know, just randomly come to my mind. And I was talking about, while I was shopping, I was talking to you guys about the role that I play here, and like how I'm kind of the gopher. I'm the go-to person. Mama, we need this, we're out of this, you know, I run to the store and get that. Wes says, you know, oh crap, I'm out of XYZ that he needs to continue with our garden project, or he needs in order to build the animal shelter. He can't do it without it. So that's me. I'm that person that has to run to the store, because he only is able to tend to things on his breaks, on his lunch break or his short breaks from work. He's able to run out there and look at something real quick, or just, you know, do that real quick, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here, nothing substantial. But and then at 4:30, you know, that's hit the ground running time for him. He's off work, and then he gets to actually be as productive on our farm as he wants to be. And even then, we're racing daylight. We only have a few minutes of daylight, minutes. We have about 2 hours until the sun's like gone down. Every few minutes you'll hear, while the plastic is blowing and rumbling, every few minutes when you hear that, it shakes this condensation that has built up on the top of the greenhouse. It shakes the condensation down, so it's actually raining on me a little bit. If you see drops falling on me or rain pouring on me, that's because condensation in the greenhouse, it rains in here. We make it rain for real, like really make it rain. But yeah, I was thinking about the role that I play, the role that he plays, and how we juggle and how we try so hard at things. And then he values his time that he gets, even those 5 minutes, 10 minutes that he gets to break away from his computer and his job and the daily grind and like crunching numbers and like head swimming full of information. And he said, honey, when I come out of the office, like what is now the office, he said, when I come away from that computer, my mind needs a break. I just need to rest. And what helps his mind relax, what he loves the most, number one, he snuggles everybody that he can find walking around the house and his family. He grabs me and hugs me. Oh, thank goodness I'm on my lunch break. I get to come out and be with the family and breathe again. But there's that. Obviously, you need your family, but also he's got to go put his hands on something green, or he's got to go tend to something. He's got to go pet a goat. He's got to go check on the chickens. He's got to go see and do something living and fresh and real and alive, and that rejuvenates his soul. That like puts the energy back in him, resets him, recenters him. His family is good, all is well on the farm, and then he can go back into the office and jump back on it and go back to work. And so it just kind of puts his mind at ease and resets him. And I wanted to share that with you guys, because in my role as the go-to person, the running and doing, I'm more of the hustle and the functional person, because this is my job. This is my day job. I'm the stay-at-home person, the stay-at-home mom, and I don't have the 9 to 5, but I do a lot. Like I hit the ground running with, you know, breakfast and chores and check this and open greenhouse and water and plant and fertilize and run to town, get me this, and you know, and I'm that person. I'm the activities person, the church, you know, stuff we got going on. I'm just the chauffeur, the part-time chef, the maid. I'm always, you know, you have a house to maintain as well. And you know, we wear all these boots and we do all these things and have these responsibilities, but the thing that I need when I need a break, I come out here. Same thing. Like I do the same thing Wes does, and I go just like sit on the tractor for a minute and breathe, or like I gotta just play with my green stalk, or I gotta go touch my veggies that just popped up out of the ground, the little seedlings, or I gotta go hold a bunny, you know, that stuff. Or I just sit there sometimes and I just literally stand out in the yard and I stare at the land that's cleared right now. All the trees down, all the stumps, I just stare at it, and I just breathe it in. I breathe in all of the land that we have, everything that we have that is changing, living, growing, becoming. It just, yeah. Because I do get a lot of time with the kids and the family and stuff, so I'm not aching so much for family time because I see them all day. I spend all day with them. I'm active around them all day in the house and everything, but I get to that overwhelmed point where I have to feed my soul as well. And sorry, I'm clearing my throat a lot. I have a lot of drainage today. Like, oh, I might need a shot of that fire cider or something. I'm not getting sick, I'm not getting a cold, but like drainage, like allergies, like the seasons are changing and, you know, you feel like your ears are full and everything's just like draining, and I feel like I can't breathe sometimes, and I gotta constantly have to clear my throat. Sorry guys, I'm trying to talk. Ooh, okay. So what helps me and what feeds my soul is the same thing that does for Wes, and I think there's a reason for that. Like there's something behind that, you know. We need to dig into that. So I just wanted to tell all of you out there, because I know that y'all do the same thing. I know y'all are right there with us. Like y'all have your role in the family, and you have your job, and you get into the grind, but when you get stuck down so hard in it and you're like, I gotta come up for air, I need a minute, I need to breathe, I need to clear my head, I gotta step away from this. When you step away, where do you go? What do you do to clear your mind, to help your head get in the right space, to help your heart be happy, to refill your soul? What makes you happy? What does that for you? Like, you know, a lot of people, and knitting does that for me too. That knitting is a thing that kind of like settles me. When I've had enough of all the noise and the chaos, I go somewhere quiet and just knit, or like turn on some music and just knit. But whatever that thing is that soothes you, that speaks to your heart, that calms you, resets you, takes you away from all the chaos of the world, that thing is necessary. It's needed. Like, it's important. It's not just something, some meaningless, stupid thing. It's important. It's essential to your life. Taking care of ourselves mentally, like our mental habits and our mental health, is extremely important. Like I was thinking about how the whole operation doesn't function without the gopher. The operation doesn't function without the breadwinner. Operation doesn't function without the little helpers. All these background, you know, things, all these implements, all these parts and pieces of the whole working machine, they don't function without each other. It has to have the whole picture. And that's part of that whole picture, and part of that working machine is mental health. If you don't take care of yourselves, if you don't take care of yourself mentally, the machine falls apart. You crash and burn. You've got to take care of yourself. You know, that's what I'm getting at, I guess. I just wanted to come out here and just have a real conversation about how we need to love ourselves. You know, we need to be patient with ourselves. Be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself. You know, if your hands are tired, you need to give them a break. If your brain is overwhelmed, you need to give it a break. You know, if your back is hurting and you know you have a million things to do today, it's okay. Nobody will die if it waits and you go take a hot bath or some ibuprofen or get a muscle rub or something, and like, be good to you. Like, do what is going to help you to get in the right state of mind, to where you remember why you're doing this, you remember why this is what you love, you remember the goal, and you can get in a place where you're okay. You're not fighting through it, trudging through it miserably, trying to make it. You want to enjoy the journey, right? And we want to be okay as we go through this journey, and we want to enjoy it. We want to love it. We want to soak in every moment. We want to be at peace when we do it. I want to be okay when I come out here and get ready to deal with, you know, whatever. When I get ready to put up fencing, I don't want to be dreading it and cursing it and trudging through it. I want to be in a place where I am so thrilled to put up fencing. I am so happy I can see it, you know, I can see the animals getting out there in the paddock, in the pasture, and I can see what it's going to look like, and I'm happy to do the work. You want to get yourself to where you're happy to do the work again. You want to be okay going back to it. And that's essential to life, you know, in my opinion, because I don't want to always be coming up for air, gasping for air, trying to get away from all this, trying to get away from everything. Because if you're constantly running from everything in your life, you're probably doing something wrong. Like, I don't want to be trying to escape my life. I want to enjoy my life, you know, and I want to get myself to where I'm doing the things that are going to allow me to have balance, allow me to have patience, allow me to be physically healthy, mentally healthy. I want to be okay, and I want to enjoy this process, and I want to make sure that those steps are in place, that I'm giving myself kindness, giving myself grace, and I want that for you guys. I want that for all of you. I want to make sure that everybody out there listening to this knows that it's okay. The world's not going to fall apart if you give yourself a minute to enjoy something that you really like, to feed yourself, feed your soul that minute of and just breathe and give yourself, especially universally as humans, there's not a whole lot of people out there that don't love something green and something living and growing. Some people are animal lovers, and that's okay, but I don't know a lot of people who aren't plant lovers. There's a lot of plant lovers, almost the entire human population. So give yourself that. If you need to buy a house plant or whatever, give yourself that. Give yourself the pleasure of something living, something growing. Give yourself that calm peace. Give yourself that enjoyment. Get your hands in the dirt. Let your soul reset. Give yourself a minute. Do the things that are going to take care of you so that you can do the things that are going to take care of everything else that is always waiting for you. You know, the work never ends. It's always going to be there, and it'll still be there after you have taken care of yourself. So just be good to yourself, guys. Take it one step at a time. I just wanted to share that with you. And I'm going to sit out here in the greenhouse and enjoy the rest of my lunch break before I get on my tractor and go get more loads of clay and do my happy little tractor drive and finish dumping those loads for Wes to smooth out in our driveway, because that's what I have to do today, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it. Thank you guys. I'll see you in a minute.